Hey guys, so when it comes to looking at medals in Overwatch, the community tends to say, no, medals don't matter. Winning is what matters. Medals should never be looked at. Who cares what the medals are? Who cares who has what? If we're not winning, we're not winning. It's as simple as that. And personally, how I feel, I think we're looking at medals the wrong way. So people tend to look at medals as this. Okay, so Soldier 76 has gold damage and gold elims, and when he gets asked to switch, he's not going to switch because then he'll say he has gold damage and gold elims. So why would he switch when he's the number one fragger on the team and the number one damage dealer on the team? And that's the wrong way to look at it, because when that occurs, that's when we hit what I'm calling the obvious problem. Obviously, Soldier 76 is going to have gold elims and gold damage. The damage can sometimes be, to like Pharah and Hog, who are other picks in the meta right now. Gold damage is usually going to be between those three heroes. But Soldier is very much expected to be one of the ones with gold damage and gold elims. So when a Soldier is saying, okay, I'm not switching because I have gold damage and gold elims, it really doesn't matter, because all he has to do is just tag someone once or twice in the distance, and he doesn't even have to finish the kill. Someone else can kill them 20 seconds later, and he has the elim, because that's an obvious medal. Just like if you were playing with the Junkrat against a Reinhardt, and your Junkrat is constantly spamming that shield, getting it down. Obviously, the Junkrat's going to have gold damage. The Junkrat can't just say, okay, guys, I have gold damage. I feel like I'm... It's so stupid, and it's such a broken way of looking at this. So this is how we should be looking at it. The obvious medals should never be looked at, because that should just be like, okay, that's what is expected of you. Obviously, Soldier should probably have gold or silver damage, gold or silver elims. Same with any other DPS hero. Yes, Roadhog is considered DPS in my book. That's how that works. But the gold medals don't show who is doing well, as much as they show who's doing poorly. So the medals really don't matter until they do matter. And when they do matter, like when Lucio, when he starts bragging about having silver or bronze damage, saying, okay, some of our DPS are not stepping it up, that's a real issue. That's when medals do matter, because the Lucio should not have any damage medal. Even with the new Lucio changes where he actually does deal a substantial amount of damage now, it's actually kind of scary to go up against him, he still shouldn't have these damage medals. Medals don't matter when the DPS heroes have gold damage. But they do matter if someone like a Lucio has like silver damage. We can't be looking medals at, oh, look at this player, he's so extravagant, he's hitting all these shots, he has 1,000 elims. That's when it doesn't matter, because, okay, a DPS hero getting kills and dealing their damage really not a big deal. It's when they're not. We need to be looking at these medals as something to show, okay, who is slacking off on the team right now. So when you're in game and you're just struggling to take the first point, let's say you're on offense trying to push against their defense, they keep killing you guys, you're always wiping, you don't know really what to do, and then you're all trying to switch roles, but then your DPS player says, like, let's just say your Soldier says, yeah, I'm not switching off DPS because I have gold elims and gold damage. But gold elims is like 5 or 6, gold damage is less than 3,000, and it's all these BS numbers that are really low, and everyone is really close to each other stat-wise because nobody is able to do anything. That's, again, a situation where even though Soldier does have that medal, it doesn't matter, because that clearly Soldier should have that medal in the first place. But, I mean, he technically should have no medals, because if he only has like less than 5 elims after that long into a game, the game is all about winning. And if it's not working, it's not working. It doesn't matter who has what medals, you should definitely switch. If you're never in the kill feed, so even if you're struggling, and this is usually common with Widows, if your team is struggling to take the first point, but you have a Widow, and she is in the kill feed quite a bit, but it seems like you still just can't take it, the Widow is probably doing okay, and that's someone that doesn't have to switch. I know that sounds crazy, because we talk about the if it's not working scenario, but it's a lot different than a whole team that seems like they can't do anything, but you're never seeing anyone on your team in the kill feed. A lot of maps you do see your Widow in the kill feed a decent amount, but for some reason your team just can't secure the first point. Instead of flaming that Widow who is actually getting their occasional picks, you should be changing yourself, and you should be trying to see if anyone else is not on their main. Take a different approach to the point. And at the end of the day, you really never should bring medals up, because that's when you're going to start an argument amongst your teammates. And this is going to apply mostly to your DPS picks. The DPS players seem to always be the one talking about the gold damage, gold elims, and how great they are. They should never talk. If you're a DPS player, you really should never bring up medals. Now, it's okay to bring up, at least in my book, it's okay to bring up medals if you're like a Winston with silver or gold damage, or if you're a support with any sort of gold or silver, bronze damage, whatever. That's when you should bring it up and say, hey guys, we're not dealing enough damage. The support should not have these damage medals. Let's change it. That's when it's okay, because it clearly needs to be known. You only have a few minutes to take this point, and you need to get people swapping stat. So this is how I look at medals, and this is what I'm thinking every time people bring up the medal question. I'm going to be curious to hear what you guys think about medals in the comments below, and this video could get some people fired up, so remember, be respectful to everybody, don't flame anyone in the comment section. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say though, because this is a very, it can kind of go both ways type of topic. Some people are just flat out, like the community seems to be, just flat out, medals don't matter, who cares? Winning is winning, losing is losing. If it's not working, it's not working. That's how the community really looks at it. So if you agree with that, put that in the comments. If you don't, I am very curious to hear what you have to say. That's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and have a great rest of the night. And take care, everybody. See ya. Way to frickin' go, guys. Nice work. Point out we have not lost our fire this entire time. You guys didn't ever hear me say that, okay? Chat, look at me. We were never talking about being on fire.